Hey guys, it's Movie Man here, and I know I haven't said that in over a month now, and I'm sorry for that. I've been really busy lately, but I've also been really thinking of what I wanted to do leading up to The Last Jedi, and as you guys know, I'm a pretty massive fan of Star Wars. I have all six of them on Blu-ray, and I have Force Awakens and Rogue One on Blu-ray, and I decided that for what I want to do is do an epic retrospective on the original Star Wars trilogy. Now, I will review Force Awakens and Rogue One individually, but this is a very special video since I have a really long history with Star Wars, and I really wanted to do this video. So without further ado, let's get started with the 1977 film A New Hope, or as it once was known, Star Wars. So, A New Hope I saw when I was about 4 years old, I think. 4 or 5-ish, and it was a film that changed me forever. I wouldn't be into the films I am now. Like, I wouldn't have seen Rear Window, Goodfellas, The Godfather, The Shawshank Redemption, or Pulp Fiction, or The Dark Knight, or Lord of the Rings. I have always loved this movie, and a lot of that has to do with its epic story, and the formula it uses. Like, I love the hero's journey formula when it is used right. Luke Skywalker is my favorite chosen one hero in any movie. They did such a great job perfecting him, and another aspect I liked of it is the visuals. The visuals still hold up today. They do not look fake to me. I know a lot of people have a lot of complaints with that, and I don't really complain about it that much, because it's 1977, and what much can you do? And it also introduced the character of Darth Vader. I love Darth Vader so much. He says some of the most quotable lines. "I find your lack of faith disturbing." I could quote that for as long as I live. I do that almost every time whenever there's like no restroom in a building I'm at, or there's no coffee anywhere. I quote that line. And the character of Han Solo, my favorite Star Wars character is Han Solo. Like, I do not get enough of his attitude. Like, even though if I met Han Solo in real life, I would probably smack him across the face and tell him to run away, but I just love his attitude, and honestly, if I was a Star Wars character, that is probably who I would be, because I would not run away without a good fight. And another thing I love about this movie is John Williams' score, and honestly, the original Star Wars trilogy, and probably the saga in general, except Rogue One, is my favorite film score ever. It just feels so epic and fits with the grand scope of the universe. And my favorite scene in A New Hope is the binary sunset scene. I never get enough of that. No matter if it's a cinematography, John Williams' score, or just the scenery to it is just perfect. And my personal favorite line from this movie is given by the late great Carrie Fisher. "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope." I love that line, and that was like the one line that really got me into the movie. And also, it also had a lot of great supporting characters. Obi-Wan Kenobi, played by the late great Alec Guinness, or Alec Guinness or Guinness, I have no idea. It worked perfect. He was perfect, and he should have got that Oscar. I'm still ticked off. And Peter Mayhew as Chewbacca, even though he doesn't speak. Anthony Daniels as C-3PO, fantastic. Peter Cushing, I think is his name, as Grand Moff Tarkin, another fantastic performance. And overall, I think without Star Wars, I wouldn't be the man I am today. And this should have gotten Best Picture. I am still ticked that Annie Hall got it over this movie. The next movie is The Empire Strikes Back, and if you guys didn't see my top 10 list I did a month back for my first YouTube video, you guys may or may not know, but Empire Strikes Back is my #1 favorite movie ever made. They did such a great job with the characters, the writing, the action. The score is even better. Now, this movie is why Han Solo is my favorite Star Wars character. In my opinion, this is Harrison Ford's best performance of his entire career. As much as I love Indiana Jones, I still think I'm just more of a Han Solo type guy, but I also just love how it continues to expand its universe, and we get new characters like Yoda, Boba Fett, Lando, all fantastic. And I really, really like the Imperial March. Bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum. Yeah, I sing that often, and I really like the banter between Han and Leia. Why, you stuck-up, scruffy-looking nerf herder. Who's scruffy-looking? Yeah, that's my Harrison Ford impression. Terrible, I know. But I really loved it, and Yoda, my gosh, he was hilarious. He was just trying to screw with Luke's head, and that whole scene when he's just banging R2 with his cane was just like funny. And I also think that scene where Han is getting frozen in carbonite and he leans in to kiss Leia like he knows it's the last time he's ever gonna see her, even though it isn't. That comes in like 2 more films, but it feels real and it doesn't feel fake. And that scene when she just says I love you, and he just responds, I know. Perfect. Best love story ever. And my favorite scene from Empire Strikes Back is when Luke and Vader are in a lightsaber duel, which is probably my favorite film fight ever. And he cuts his hand off at the edge of the pit, and he goes, I'm your father. And my dad mentioned that everyone in the theater was like, holy crap. And the best part was that none of the cast knew that was going to happen until they actually saw the movie. The next film is Return of the Jedi. I love Return of the Jedi, and even though it's probably my least favorite of the original trilogy, I still love this. And a lot of that has to go to is whenever I think of a trilogy, I want a trilogy to have like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Like, A New Hope was our introduction. Empire Strikes Back was our middle act, where our heroes get their butts whooped by the bad guys, and the Return of the Jedi is their big return and revenge and final rebellion against the Empire. And what I love about this movie is I don't mind the fact that it's actually kind of lighthearted. I thought that how it was used was perfect, and I don't mind the Ewoks at all. Actually, I'm perfectly fine with having Ewoks in these movies, and the Ian McDiarmid as the Emperor, fantastic. I want to say he's my favorite part of this movie. He, I wouldn't say he gives like the best performance of the movie. I do think that still goes to my man Harrison Ford, and all the characters are fantastic. That opening scene in Jabba's palace was just wow, fantastic, and the way the animatronics hold up today, and the Jedi Rocks Special Edition was stupid, but the original band was fantastic, and another thing I like is that ending space battle. Like, probably my personal favorite final action scene in any sci-fi movie, honestly. And the final duel, of course, out of all three of these movies is fantastic. One of the best duels in all of Star Wars, if not the best duel. And I think this movie, in all honesty, I like it better than The Force Awakens, just because as much as I love this movie, I just think I'm just more of a fan of that era of Star Wars, but again, I do love all three of these movies, and overall, the original Star Wars trilogy, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, get a 10 out of 10. Fantastic film, and I really, really can't wait for The Last Jedi. So guys, I apologize for my month-long break from YouTube. I've been wanting to make more content, but I just haven't really had the urge to get in front of the camera because I've been really busy with a lot of things going on, but I will have reviews for Return of the Jedi and Rogue One before The Last Jedi comes out. I will promise you that. So anyway guys, thank you guys so much as always for watching, and stay tuned.